Hi, hello, good morning, children. Welcome to our online class. Today we are going to learn new chapter, water lesson. Let us start with Tirukkural. Listen, children. நீர் இன்று அமையாது உலகினின் யார் யாருக்கும் வான் இன்று அமையாது ஒழுக்கு. This Tirukkural says, if it be said that the duties of life cannot be discharged by any person without water, so without rain there cannot be the flowing of water. We cannot survive without water. Water was once available in the nature freely. Now it is sold in the shops for money. Water has become scarce nowadays, so we should preserve it for our basic needs and also for the needs of future generation. Children, in this lesson we will study about the sources of water, how to manage water, how it is polluted and how the polluted water causes what are the diseases and all. Let us see one by one, children. First, we will see sources of water. Water is the most abundant substance on the earth. It fills the seas, rivers, and lakes. Water covers more than 2/3 of the earth's surface. It also exists as snow and ice on mountains. In the atmosphere, water is present in huge quantities as vapor and clouds. The following are the sources of water. First source is river water and lake water. Second, sea water. Third, well water. Fourth, spring water. Fifth, underground water. River water and lake water. River is a channel through which fresh water flows. The origin of river is usually hills or mountains. It flows towards lakes, sea, and ocean. Lake is an area filled with water. Some man-made lakes created when dam is built on a river is called reservoirs. What is reservoirs? Man-made lakes created when dam is built on a river, that is called as reservoirs. Small areas filled with water are called ponds. So rivers, streams, groundwater, rainfall, melting snows, or a combination of these are called sources of water in lake, reservoirs, and ponds. As less amount of salt is dissolved in it, it is suitable for drinking and irrigation. Sea water. Sea water has salinity of approximately 3.5% or 35 parts per 1000. This means that every 1000 ml of sea water contains 35 grams of salt. What is the molecular formula for salt? Sodium chloride, NaCl, dissolved in it. Due to the presence of more amount of salt, sea water is called saline water. It is not suitable for irrigation as well as drinking. Next, underground water. During rainfall, part of the rainwater gets absorbed in the soil. It flows through various layers of the soil till it reaches hard rock, where it gets accumulated to form reservoirs. The reservoirs of the water is the underground water. This water may contain soluble salts, calcium, and magnesium. So these salts are soluble salts. Underground water is made available for human use either as well as water or as spring water. This underground water is free from suspended impurities because it is filtered by nature as it passes through several layers of the soil. Well water. When the earth's surface is dug deep, water reservoirs are found above the rock. The depth of a well varies from place to place. Well water contains soluble impurities depending upon the nature of the soil. Next one, spring water. Sometimes the accumulated underground water applies pressure on the rocks and comes out of the earth's surface in the form of a spring from any available opening. This water is called spring water. Actually, spring water usually contains dissolved salt and minerals, but it free from suspended impurities. So these are the sources of water. So 5 different sources of water we have learned: river water, lake water, sea water, well water, spring water, and underground water. Then water cycle. Continuous movement of water from the earth to the atmosphere and back to the earth is known as water cycle or hydrologic cycle. This water cycle consists of 4 stages. First one, see the picture, children. First one, evaporation. The process in which water changes into water vapor by the heat of the sun is called evaporation. It takes place where? It takes place on the surface of the river, ocean, lakes and ponds. And then plants also release water by transpiration. Correct, children? Yes. Then next one, condensation. The process in which water vapor is converted into water on cooling is called condensation. The water vapor in the atmosphere being lighter rises up and cools down. It further condenses to form tiny water droplets. Then third stage, precipitation. The water droplets join together to form clouds. As they get cooler, the droplets become bigger and heavier as fall as rain. If the air is very cold, means the freeze to as fall as hail of snow. Then last stage, flowing back to oceans. Rainwater forms streams and springs which join together to form rivers. These rivers flow finally into the sea and ocean, thereby completing the cycles. So these are the steps taking place in the water cycle. In freezing conditions, water falling from the sky becomes a snow or hail. Hailstones are falls of ice. Hailstones are balls of ice. So what is water cycle? How we are getting the rain? In different stages. You understand, children? Thank you.